welcome to our chemistry class. So, in the previous video we have started chapter number 5, that is air and atmosphere, and today we are going to start this chapter further with topic properties of air. So, first property is air is a mixture of gases, means in air there are many gases are present like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and some other gases. Okay, so that is why it is called a mixture of gases. Then in addition to gases, air contains water vapor, means in addition to gases, water vapors are also present in air, and these water vapors varies from place to place and from time to time, means these are not equal at every place, these varies from place to place also and time to time. As the height from the sea level increases, air become thinner, means at the bottom air is denser, and at the top of the sea level, as the height of the sea level increases, the air becomes thinner. Next point is moving air is called wind. Next one is air exerts pressure, and this pressure is called the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so the pressure that is exerted by air, that pressure is called atmospheric pressure, and this atmospheric pressure has many applications. So, firstly we will see what is atmospheric pressure. So, the pressure exerted by air is called atmospheric pressure. As we go up, air becomes thinner and pressure decreases. So, the pressure that is exerted by air, that is called the atmospheric pressure, and as we move up, the air becomes thinner and air pressure decreases, means at the near of the earth air pressure is maximum. Next we will see some applications of air pressure. First one is a syringe works because of air pressure. A cycle pump, hand pump, that is used for drawing out the groundwater. These also works due to the air pressure. Also aeroplanes and flying kites, these also flies due to air pressure. Parachute also works due to air pressure. So, these are the applications of the air pressure. Next, the instrument used to measure the atmospheric pressure is called barometer. So, barometer is an instrument that is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. It contains mercury in a glass tube. So, in this mercury metal is present in a glass tube. The height of the mercury in the tube indicates atmospheric pressure, means the height of the mercury indicates the atmospheric pressure. It is expressed in centimeters of mercury. So, the normal pressure is 76 centimeter. So, the instrument that is used to measure the atmospheric pressure is barometer. In this mercury is present and the height of the mercury represents the atmospheric pressure, and it is expressed in centimeters. Next topic is composition of air. So, air is a mixture of gases. We all know that in air nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and some other gases are present. So, firstly Lavoisier discovered that it contains nitrogen and oxygen. Who discovered nitrogen and oxygen? Lavoisier. Then later Lavoisier, Cavendish discovered hydrogen in air. Then Joseph Black discovered carbon dioxide. Also rare gases were discovered very recently. So, these are the scientists that discover the different gases. So, we can say that air is a mixture of gases. So, these scientists discovered that 1/5 of the volume contain reactive gases. Then one gas contains many properties like oxygen. Then the gas that is present in the major amount and that is inert, that is nitrogen. Okay. So, these are discovered by different scientists, that air is a mixture of gases. So, firstly we will see first gas, that is nitrogen. So, nitrogen percentage by volume means nitrogen is present in air 78%. And what are the properties of nitrogen? It is an inert gas, means it is not reactive. Then it is colorless, means it does not have any color. Odorless means it does not have any smell. And tasteless gas means it does not have any taste. Then it does not support burning. Okay? So, it does not support burning. Then what are the uses of this nitrogen? It is used to check combustion. It is used for the checking of combustion. Then it is used in food storage to keep the packaged or bulk food fresh. It keeps the food fresh. This is the second use. Then it is an important component of the proteins in living things. So, it is used to check combustion. It also makes the food fresh, and also it is a component of proteins. Then second gas is oxygen. It is present 21% in air. And what are the properties of oxygen? It is very reactive gas. Then it is colorless, means it does not have any color, it does not have any smell. Then it supports burning, means due to oxygen burning takes place. Then what are the uses of this oxygen? We know that we inhale oxygen. So, it is very essential for the respiration in living organisms. A growing use for the oxygen is in treating the sewage and effluents from the industry, means it is used for treating the sewage and liquid pollutants in the industries. Okay? So, next one is carbon dioxide. It is present in the amount of 0.04%. And what are the properties of carbon dioxide? It does not support burning, it does not causes burning. It is a colorless gas. At the low concentration it is odorless, means when the concentration of carbon dioxide is less, then it is odorless, means it does not have any smell. But when it is present in higher concentration, then its smell is sharp and acid. Okay? Then solid carbon dioxide is called dry ice. Carbon dioxide in solid form called dry ice, because when exposed to room temperature it becomes gas without melting. When we keep the dry ice at room temperature, then without melting it will changes into gaseous form. And what are the uses of this carbon dioxide? It is used by the plants for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their food. Okay? Then it is used to put out the fire also. It is used in aerated drinks like in cokes. So, in aerated drinks carbon dioxide is used. Then next one is some noble gases. What are the noble gases? That are inert, means that are not reactive, whose valency is 0. Okay, like argon, helium, neon, krypton and xenon. These are the noble gases and these are present 0.93% in air. These are called inert gases, means they does not react with any other. Okay? Or you can say that it does not take part in the chemical reaction. And what are the uses of these noble gases? First one is argon. Argon is found in electric bulbs because it prevents the bulb from the heating effect. So, that is why it is used in the electric bulbs. Next is helium, neon and argon are used in multicolor lighting of advertising boards. Advertising boards are also made up of helium, neon and argon. Then xenon is used in the manufacturing of semiconductors. Semiconductors are also made up of xenon. Then helium is used in the weather balloons. So, next one is Water vapors. So water vapors are variable, means their amount is not fixed. The amount of water vapors present in air is called humidity. So the water vapors that are present in air, that are called the humidity. It varies from place to place, day to day, and from time to time. Okay, so humidity increases or decreases from place to place, day to day, and from time to time. Then what are the uses of these water vapors? Water vapors is responsible for the weather changes such as rain, cloud formation, precipitation. These all occurs due to the water vapors, like you can see in the water cycle. Okay, firstly the water changes into vapor form, then vapor changes into the liquid form, and they will fall into our earth in the form of rain. Okay, so the water vapors are responsible for the weather changes.